Sint Maarten is a constituent country of the Kingdom of the Netherlands. It encompasses the southern third of the Caribbean island of Sint Maarten, while the northern two-thirds of the island constitutes the French overseas collectivity of Sint Maarten. Its capital is Philipsburg. Its population is 37,000 on 34 kilometers 2. Before October 10, 2010, Sint Maarten was known as the Island Territory of Sint Maarten, and was one of 5 island territories that constituted the Netherlands Antilles. History. In 1493, during Christopher Columbus' second voyage to the West Indies, upon first sighting the island he named it Ilha de Sint Maarten after St. Martin of Tours because it was November 11, St. Martin's Day. However, though he claimed it as a Spanish territory, Columbus never landed there, and Spain made the settlement of the island a low priority. The French and Dutch, on the other hand, both coveted the island. While the French wanted to colonize the islands between Trinidad and Bermuda, the Dutch found Sint Maarten a convenient halfway point between their colonies in New Amsterdam and Brazil. With few people inhabiting the island, the Dutch easily founded a settlement there in 1631, erecting Fort Amsterdam as protection from invaders. Jan Clesen van Kampen became its first governor, and soon thereafter the Dutch East India Company began their salt mining operations. French and British settlements sprang up on the island as well. Taking note of these successful colonies and wanting to maintain their control of the salt trade, the Spanish now found St. Maarten much more appealing. The 80 Years' War which had been raging between Spain and the Netherlands provided further incentive to attack. Spanish forces captured St. Maarten from the Dutch in 1633, seizing control and driving most or all of the colonists off the island. At Point Blanche, they built what is now Old Spanish Fort to secure the territory. Although the Dutch retaliated in several attempts to win back St. Maarten, they failed. 15 years after the Spanish conquered the island, the 80 Years' War ended. Since they no longer needed a base in the Caribbean and St. Maarten barely turned a profit, the Spanish lost their inclination to continue defending it. In 1648, they deserted the island. With St. Maarten free again, both the Dutch and the French jumped at the chance to re-establish their settlements. Dutch colonists came from St. Eustatius, while the French came from St. Kitts. After some initial conflict, both sides realized that neither would yield easily. Preferring to avoid an all-out war, they signed the Treaty of Concordia in 1648, which divided the island in two. During the treaty's negotiation, the French had a fleet of naval ships offshore, which they used as a threat to bargain more land for themselves. In spite of the treaty, relations between the two sides were not always cordial. Between 1648 and 1816, conflicts changed the border 16 times. In the end, the French came out ahead with 21 square miles to the 16 square miles of the Dutch side. With the new cultivation of cotton, tobacco, and sugar, the French and the Dutch imported a massive number of slaves to work on the plantations. The slave population quickly grew larger than that of the landowners. Subjected to cruel treatment, slaves staged rebellions, and their overwhelming numbers made them impossible to ignore. On July 12, 1848, the French abolished slavery on their side of St. Maarten. The Dutch followed suit 15 years later. 20th century, after abolition of slavery, plantation culture declined and the island's economy suffered. In 1939, St. Maarten received a major boost when it was declared a duty-free port. The Dutch side began focusing on tourism in the 1950s, with the French side following suit 2 decades later. Because of being split up into a Dutch and a French part, the tourist boom was heavier on St. Maarten than on the surrounding islands. Its Princess Juliana International Airport became one of the busiest in the Eastern Caribbean. For much of this period, St. Maarten was governed by business tycoon Claude Worthy of the Democratic Party. The island's demographics changed dramatically during this period as well. The island's population increased from a mere 5,000 people to around 60,000 people in the mid-1990s. Immigration from the neighboring Lesser Antilles, Curacao, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, the United States, Europe, and Asia turned the native population into a minority. Sint Maarten became an island territory of the Netherlands Antilles in 1983. Before that date, Sint Maarten was part of the island territory of the Windward Islands, together with Saba and Sint Eustatius. The status of an island territory entails considerable autonomy summed up in the Island Regulation of the Netherlands Antilles. The island territory of Sint Maarten was ruled by an island council, an executive council, and an administrator appointed by the Dutch Crown. On September 5, 1995, Hurricane Louise hammered the islands, causing extensive damage 35 years to the day after Hurricane Donna. 21st century, in 1994, the Kingdom of the Netherlands and France signed the Franco-Dutch Treaty on Sint Maarten border controls, which allows for joint Franco-Dutch border controls on so-called risk flights. After some delay, the treaty was ratified in November 2006 in the Netherlands, and subsequently entered into force on August 1, 2007. Though the treaty is now in force, its provisions are not yet implemented as the working group specified in the treaty is not yet installed. On October 10, 2010, Sint Maarten became a constituent country within the Kingdom of the Netherlands, making it a constitutional equal partner with Aruba, Curaçao Section O, and the Netherlands proper. Sint Maarten has been assigned the ISO 3166-1 Alpha 2 country codes of SXM and SX, and the SX Internet CCTLD became available to register on 15 November 2012. The combined population of the two territories has continued to grow, albeit at a slower rate, and is now around 75,000. Government and politics. The Constitution of Sint Maarten was unanimously adopted by the Island Council of Sint Maarten on July 21, 2010. Elections for a new Island Council were held on September 17, 2010, since the number of seats was increased from 11 to 15. The newly elected Island Council became the Estates of Sint Maarten on October 10. Eugene Holiday was appointed as the first governor of Sint Maarten by the Council of Ministers of the Kingdom of the Netherlands in September 2010. He also assumed office on October 10, 2010. Current composition of the Estates of Sint Maarten. Corruption. In 1978, the government of the Netherlands Antilles installed a research committee on the Windward Islands to investigate claims of corruption in the island government. Even though the report issued by this commission was damaging for the island's government, measures were not put into place to curb corruption, arguably because the government of the Netherlands Antilles depended on the support of the Democratic Party in the Estates of the Netherlands Antilles. In August 1990, the public prosecutor of the Netherlands Antilles started an investigation into the alleged ties between the island government of Sint Maarten and the Sicilian Mafia, and in 1991 the Court of Audit of the Netherlands Antilles issued a report which concluded that the island government of Sint Maarten was ailing. In the government and parliament of the Netherlands, the call for measures became louder and louder. With Dutch pressure, the government of the Netherlands Antilles installed the Poirier Commission tasked with investigating the state of affairs of the island government of Sint Maarten in December 1991. Its report concluded that the island was in a severe financial crisis, that rules of democratic decision-making were continuously broken, and that the island government constituted an oligarchy. In short, the island government failed completely according to the report. After long negotiations, the kingdom government enacted an order in council for the kingdom in early 1993, placing Sint Maarten under direct supervision of the kingdom. Although originally meant for 1 year, the order in council for the kingdom was eventually extended until March 1, 1996. Though much has changed since, allegations of criminal activities continue to plague Sint Maarten. In 2004, the Minister of Justice of the Netherlands Antilles asked the Scientific Research and Documentation Centre of the Dutch Ministry of Justice to conduct research into organised crime in Sint Maarten. The report concluded that money laundering and cocaine trade are widespread on Sint Maarten. It also alleged that money from the island was used to finance Hamas, its associate Holy Land Foundation, and the Taliban. In April 2009, former Commissioner Louis Laviste was convicted, and sentenced to an 18-month prison sentence, by the Sint Maarten Court of First Instance, on account of forgery, fraud, and bribery. He was later acquitted of forgery and of fraud by the Common Court of Justice of the Netherlands Antilles in Aruba, but not of bribery. Demographics. In the 2001 Netherlands Antilles census, the population of the island territory was 30,594. The official estimate of the population as of January 1, 2010 was 37,429 for a population density of 1,100 inhabitants per km squared. Settlements. Philipsburg. Lower Prince's Quarter. Cul-de-sac. Coal Bay. Upper Prince's Quarter. Little Bay. Simpson Bay. Lowlands. Culture. The official languages are Dutch and English. A local English-based Creole dialect is also spoken. An annual regatta is also held over 3 days culminating in the first weekend in March. Among the leading cultural artists of the island are Isidore Mighty Dow York, Kysonian, Panman. Roland Richardson, Impressionist painter. Nicole de Weaver, dancer, Broadway star. Sasha Hen, choreographer. Lasana M. Seco, poet, author, independence advocate. Clara Reyes, choreographer. Tanny and the Boys, string band music group. Popular culture. The island is famous for its runway at Princess Juliana International Airport, in which landing aircraft pass within at least 20 feet of Maho Beach below, due to the close proximity of the runway to the ocean. The planes appear to land dangerously close to beachgoers. Therefore this beach and airport has become a popular place for people to view airplane landings. Education. The American University of the Caribbean School of Medicine, founded in 1978, was previously located on Montserrat. Because of the eruption of the Sophia Rehills volcano in 1995, AUC moved its campus to St. Maarten later that year. A permanent campus was completed in 1998 in Quepecoy. The University of St. Maarten is located in Philipsburg. The University of St. Eustatius School of Medicine, founded in 1999, was previously located on St. Eustatius. In September 2013, the University of St. Eustatius moved its campus to Coal Bay, St. Maarten. Transportation and economy. Air transportation to Sint Maarten and the whole island is served by Princess Juliana International Airport, which is well known for its very low final approach landings close to a popular beach at the end of the runway. Inga has its headquarters on the grounds of the airport. There are no railroads on the island. St. Maarten's economy is mostly based on tourism, either from tourists staying on the island or day tourists from the many cruise lines that dock in the Philipsburg harbour. See also: List of divided islands. Notes. References: Gert Oostindie Paradis over Z, de Nederlands Caribbean en Nederland. Amsterdam, Bert Bakker. Gert Oostindie en Klinkers-Nederland Koninkrijksbanden, Het Nederlands die kolonisatiebeleid in de Caribbean, 1940 2000. Amsterdam, Amsterdam University Press. External links: Government, official website of the Sint Maarten Government, Organizations, Philipsburg Jubilee Public Library, St. Maarten Chamber of Commerce and Industry, St. Maarten Hospitality and Trade Association. Universities: American University of the Caribbean School of Medicine, University of St. Maarten. Secondary education: Caribbean International Academy, Learning Unlimited Preparatory School, St. Dominic High School, St. Maarten Academy. Tourism: St. Maarten Travel Guide from Waikiki Voyage, St. Maarten Entry at the World Factbook, St. Maarten Tourist Bureau. St. Maarten Hospitality and Trade Association, St. Maarten Tourism Map, Princess Juliana International Airport. News and opinion: The Today newspaper, local daily newspaper. St. Maarten Daily Herald, local newspaper. St. Maarten Island Times, St. Maarten News Network.